The purpose of this video is to introduce you to the program Zoho Show, an online PowerPoint-like presentation tool that you are going to be using for your upcoming project. The first thing you need to do is use Firefox to access zohoshow.com. Once you are at zohoshow.com, if this is the first time that you are using this program, click Sign Up, create a username, enter your email address, create a password, confirm the password, click to agree the terms of service, and click Sign Up. Once Zoho has established your account, enter your username and password again to Zoho Show and click Sign In. You will see a message telling you that you need to check your email to verify your account. Be sure to do this in the next couple of days. Now you need to click Create New to start a show, give your show a presentation title, and pick the theme, which is like the background of the program for PowerPoint. You can change the theme later, but it's easier if you don't have to, so make a good decision now. Then click Start. You will see a slide, it's your title slide. You need to click and then start typing. When you put your name onto your Zoho Show, be sure to use your first name and your last initial. This will help protect your identity when your work is published to the internet. To add a new slide, click the New Slide button and you will see a list of slide options for style. You pick the format that you want your slide to be in or the layout, and then you can continue to type. Sometimes Zoho is a little bit tricky when you're dealing with adjusting text. Remember that you can always add a new text box if you cannot get one text box to edit the font the way that you want it to be. In order to edit font in Zoho, once it's typed, you simply highlight the font and then go to the list of fonts, click on the arrow next to it, and you'll see your choices. Next to the font style box, you will also see an option box for changing the size of the font. To make font bold, italicized, or underlined, you can also change the color of the font or its justification if it's left, right, or center justified. You can always adjust the size of text boxes by clicking on them and moving them from the center boxes. To insert a shape, simply grab it from the side, drag it over, and put it onto your screen. You'll notice on the screen at this time that it's having a challenge to change the size of the shape. That's because the shape has been put on behind the text box. Change the size of the text box and you'll easily be able to click on your shape and change its size. To change the color of a shape or to delete it, you click on the Actions button and you can select either Delete Object or Properties to change the size or color. You could also change its position on the slide. You could flip it back and forth. You could turn it up or down. So you can make the shape look however you would like it to look. You can rotate anything by clicking on the little red dot that's just above the box, and you'll see we now have a Pac-Man-like shape. You can add arrows or call-out boxes. Once you have them added and turned the way that you want them, you can click in the middle and type in order to get text on them. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky, and it might be easier to click the button that says a T and insert a text box. If you double-click, then you can type on your text on your new shape. To add a picture, you have several options besides the clip art that's on the right-hand side of the screen. To insert a picture that's been saved on your desktop, simply click on the mountain with the sun on it, click Browse, and find the saved file on your desktop. You can then click Open, and Zoho will upload the file. This may take a minute or two depending upon your speed access. When the picture shows up in your box, put a check mark under it, click Insert, and your picture will be inserted into your file. Originally, it might be too large. To resize it, remember to click on the picture, select Actions, and then you can change the properties to make the size better. It takes a little playing with to determine if you want it to be tall or short or square. Again, look out for the text boxes so that you can make sure you can move the pictures the way that you want them to. The easiest way to insert pictures is from the internet. Once you add a new slide, again picking the style, sometimes it's difficult to upload saved files from the desktop. From the internet, it's much easier. In both areas, you need to make sure that you are careful with copyright. If you are using pictures from a public domain site, those are the easiest, because in the public domain, anyone can use them and you do not need to cite them. If they are not in the public domain, you need to make sure that you cite your pictures, as you'll see in this example. I went to publicdomainphotos.net. I picked the image that I want. Here, let's pick this fruit picture here. Press the Control key and click on the fruit to view the image. Then you need to copy the URL, go back to Zoho, click the mountain with the sun button on it, as you can see in your directions. Click the From URL button, and in the little insert box, you're going to click once and then press the Apple V as in Victor, Apple V button, so that you can paste the URL into that box. Once the URL is pasted into that box, then you can click the Insert button. Zoho will go to the internet and find your picture and load it right in. Again, if it is not in the public domain, you need to make sure that you add a text box and then make sure that the URL for the picture gets added to the slide. Okay, to add the text box, you'll see we're clicking the T button, and then you can click in there and again press the Apple V button because your URL will be saved from the internet. If you highlight the whole thing, you can click to resize the font. 14 to 16 is a good size for URLs on a show. Then you can move your text box around wherever you'd like it to go, and you'll be legal. You'll notice in the upper corner that it's saving again automatically. It doesn't hurt, however, to press save every once in a while. Like anytime you get a slide the way you want it, press save.